Right, G's, I've got some wisdom today. Got a few topics to discover. It's been a while since I made a video. I may as well start with an SMMA update. Right now, I have got my first paying client. I'm earning £1,000 a month, which is good. I want to go further there. I've got 2 free trial clients I'm just starting for right now. So, you know, SMMA side of things is looking pretty good, but it's time to look to scale. I want to become better. And that kind of brings me to right now, what this video is about, what I've recently discovered about myself, and, you know, the work I've got to do to reach new heights. So, and it's not really SMA related, it's more mindset related. So let's get into that. So number one, right, there's 2 things to be successful in life. And you don't need any habits, you don't need any meditation or cold showers if you don't want to. Those might align with, you know, becoming more successful in the future for you, great. You know, a good routine, great. But these are the 2 things you need to focus on if you're in a rut. They're literally the only 2 things you need to focus on if you can't find yourself doing the good habits, you can't find yourself striving for success. One is self-belief, pretty obvious, right? But I'll explain why, because everyone says self-belief, but they don't explain why you need that self-belief. So the way to think about it is self-belief allows you to give purpose to pain. And let's say you have a goal of, I want to bench 100 kilograms, right? If you do not have self-belief, the energy and the input required to achieve that goal would seem pointless, because you do not believe you can achieve it. So what is the point in doing it? That is as simple as it gets. But that's why self-belief is important. No one ever gives you an example. No one ever explains it. They just say, you know, self-belief, yeah, you need it. No one says you need to work on it. I think you need to work on self-belief every single day. Visualize your past successes, improve your self-image, and then you can become more successful. So self-belief is number 1. And number 2 is vision, and like a higher vision. Think of it like a heaven, right? This heaven we must strive for, which is our future life. So whatever it is for you, you need to make it specific. And the reason why you need this heaven, you need this goal in the future, is because let's say you have self-belief, but you don't have a vision yet. Are you, like, you literally have no vision? Like, I'm not talking about nothing specific. I'm just talking like no vision. Like it's pointless, right? So you will just walk around in circles. You'll just still be a hedonist. You'll still indulge in your vices, because why not? What's there to lose by doing that? You know? What's the point in quitting porn, or what's the point in quitting video games if you're not actually striving for anything better? You know what I mean? If you're not actually striving for a goal, you have the belief you can achieve that goal, but there's nothing laid out in front of you. There's no automatic actions that you'll take on a daily basis. Like, that's what self-belief does for you. It gives you, that's what vision does for you. It tells you these things you need to do. You don't actually have to consciously think about it. It's more of a subconscious thing. Like, oh, I want to achieve a 100 kilogram bench press. Okay, great. How are you going to do that? You don't need to think, oh, how am I going to achieve a 100 kilogram bench press? Yeah, sure, you might want to think about it to optimize it. You don't actually think about it. It's pretty obvious. I want to scale my business to 10K a month. I don't really need to think about how I need to do that. You know, I can be taught the most optimal ways. I can learn the most optimal ways, but it's pretty obvious. Work harder, get more clients, earn more money, right? So, I mean, that's literally it, man. 2 things, vision and self-belief. And if you don't have either or the other one, then you're going to be in circles for a long time. And I've been in this circle for years, and I'm only just discovering this. And that's why I'm making this video, is I need to work on both of these extremely hard. And you're going to see me just skyrocket in progress once I've done that. So that's the main part of the video. If you're going to take any way away from this video, self-belief and vision is what you need. And also a touch on vision. this is extremely valuable for people that are quitting addictions or vices, or trying to get rid of bad habits in their life, trying to get away from bad people, things like this that take an extreme amount of emotional pain. Not necessarily an extreme amount, but a considerable amount of emotional pain, whether it's a withdrawal symptom or feeling bad about ditching toxic friends, right? Because these actions become a lot easier when you know that these actions are aligned with that higher vision. It seems like a no-brainer. It seems like the only option. When you see that heaven and that vision perfectly still, and it's clear as day, right? You know exactly how you're going to achieve that, as we were talking about earlier. So these actions, putting these things, become easy. And yeah, one more thing. I was talking to some mates today on WhatsApp, and we were talking about euphoria. Wait for the truck to go by. We're talking about euphoria and positive feelings and celebrations. Okay, so this relates to my specific circumstance right now, because I've seen my first level of success in the business. I've finally earned some money, but I took my foot off the pedal. I saw it as an opportunity to become complacent rather than continue learning. And we are taught in society that, when things like this happen, celebrate. You've achieved it. You've done it. You've achieved one success. You watch the football on a weekend, right? And you see them score the goals, you see them win the game, and they'll cheer at the end, And what you don't see as a supporter, as someone that just joins in with the ecstasy, they join in with the bliss of winning, of success. What you don't see is that team then goes to sleep at 9 p.m. that night, and they wake up at 6 a.m. the next day, straight back onto the training ground. You don't see that as a supporter. So you're trained and you're programmed to see life this way, where it's like you achieve one success, foot off the pedal straight away. You go to watch the football, and like, this probably isn't you, but I'm just making the example because it's obvious in my culture. But you watch the football, you see them win, you get home, you crack open a beer, you watch the highlights 2 times over, you have the screen in your face with all the blue light and stuff, and then you go to sleep and you have a lazy line on a Sunday, and you potter around, you have a bacon butty, you eat terrible food, and then you wait for the next game and you watch them win again, and then you celebrate again. It's all over again. Foot on the pedal, which is not actually you doing anything, and then foot off the pedal. You celebrate, and you don't actually have to do anything. The frame we need to change is, rather than taking our foot off the pedal, it's reframing that and saying, great, what's next? And this aligns with what I was talking about earlier with the strong vision. Because if you have a strong enough vision, and you have a vision very strong and very high up, it's very obvious what happens when you achieve a minor success. It's like, okay, this is nothing. Let's get on with it. Like, what am I doing wasting time? Your foot stays full throttle. In fact, you might even accelerate, take that positive momentum with you, right? But society won't tell you this, bro. There's so many things like this in life, these realizations that we have, and it's all to do with how we've been programmed. It's all to do with, I'm not a matrix believer, but there's a reason why we believe these things, and there's a reason why common people believe these things. Or maybe it's not why they believe them, it's the other way around, and it's like people are common because they believe these things. Do you see what I mean? Like, it wasn't forced into society. You see what I'm saying though, right? I think that sums up the video. It was nice to update you guys on life, and knowing that I need to focus on my self-belief and my vision, I'm feeling a lot more confident for the future. I'm feeling more hopeful, and yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing my journey with you guys. If there's any questions you guys have, drop a message, but I can't guarantee I'll reply. I'm gonna have a a proper long break from YouTube, because last video, you know, I said, you know, I had a long break from YouTube, and that was true. But then I said at the end of the video, you know, I'm having another long break from YouTube, but to be honest, I didn't. And I need to be consistent with staying away from these things. And yeah, I mean, there was periods when I didn't use so much, and there was periods where I just used way too much. Today's one of them examples, like, I just wasted too much time. Same with yesterday, like, I just wasted too much time. I know exactly what I need to do now. I have no excuse. And this is like an accountability check, because by the end of the year, I want to have my first 5K a month. And it's completely achievable. And it's not crazy. I know I can achieve it. It's just like, I need to have a stronger vision. I need to have self-belief. And I need to keep my foot on the pedal at all times. And that's the summary. Right? I need to hope, and I need to, you know, not waste my time on these things. I need to make sure it doesn't align with my vision. Like YouTube binges and shit like that. The path is laid out for me. I've written it down. It's all over my walls, like all the notes and shit's all over my walls in my room. But like, I'm thinking, like, is this a moment? It's just one of them. Is it one of them moments in my life? I've had many of them where, you know, you're turning the page, next chapter. Like, this is where things pick up. Because I know that's within my power. You know, I've made big changes before. Why wouldn't it be the same now? And the sunlight is doing me well. It's not actually like sunlight, because it's through a window though, which is kind of sad. But, you know, my face is pretty good. So, boys, you know what? I need to make like I need to write down a day on my phone when I'll next check YouTube, and I'll actually do it right now, because yeah, I have no excuse to be going on YouTube unless it's like an emergency and I need some piece of advice for some technical issue, which is a very rare occasion, so basically never. So yeah, let's say, I think this is the 27th of September today. Let's say the next time I go on YouTube will be the 1st of November. The next time I like make a video as well, I'll update you guys. So 1st of November, no YouTube and no social media. In fact, I'll just block it. I'll block it from my computer. There's no reason I need to do it, so yeah, boys, I'm fucking buzzed for the future. I'm fucking excited. I'm gonna upload this video, and I genuinely just love thinking. I love thinking, and I love making videos like this and being deep in thought, because today's been one of them days I've just been deep in thought, trying to sort through my mind and sort through the things I'm thinking about. And I love doing it. I love thinking. I love just sitting here, just the window, you know, the sun's coming on to me. Sun's not setting yet, but I'm rambling because I actually want to make another video. So I actually enjoy making these videos, and I don't want to leave you guys for 35 days or whatever it is. And also, these things are going out as well. Next time you see me, these things will be out. Braces. And I'll be bigger as well, because I'm bulking at the moment. Man, I know I can achieve all these things. It's all laid out for me. I'm gonna upload this video, guys. I'm literally gonna download YouTube on my phone to upload the video, and then delete YouTube straight after. And boys, yeah, honest gratitude. I think we're gonna look back at this day. I'm gonna be like, yeah, this was maybe the turning of a page. This was a new chapter. And man, I like my life feeling like a movie. Like, as much as egotistical as it is, I'm making it out like this is some crazy thing. It's really not. Alright, boys, see you in a bit. Peace.